Welcome. In front of me I have two iPhone XS. One is actually original and the other one is not. And we're gonna basically compare them. It might not be a fair comparison, but because they're trying to imitate one, we're gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna start with the clone, which is right here, and put the real one on the side. So packaging, not too bad, honestly. Could have been way worse. Then you get this amazing brochure. Let's put it on the side. Then the phone itself with some accessories. Let's put the phone on the stand. We're gonna come to it in a second. Charger, some crappy charger, not made by Apple. Headphones look like made by Apple. So that's about it. Plastic casing there, not really Apple-like, but no one really cares for probably 1/10 of the price. Let's put it the box on the side. Now official iPhone, a little bit more pleasant to open. What we got here? Definitely a little bit richer in content brochure with all the instructions and a couple languages, stickers, because everybody loves stickers from Apple, sticking them on cars and stuff. So yeah, let's go back here. There's the phone. Now as you can see, it's on. I already turned them on and went to look at a couple of the features that they have or don't have in certain cases. Yeah, so here charger, Apple charger, as you can see by the logo. But both of the chargers are basically the same when it comes down to how much power they provide, which is 5 watts, 1 ampere. Here we go, got headphones and the cable. So let's put that back in here. Okay, so moving that, we're gonna now take the phones and compare them side by side. So this is the real one and this is the fake. So the height, they're basically identical. As you can see, the width as well. Buttons also in the same place, along with the antenna bands, as long as the fake one has real antenna bands and not just as a cloning mechanism. Then back of it, about the same. Now this one is way lighter when it comes down to weight. Now I don't have any way to weigh them, but it's fairly visible or feelable once you hold it in your hand. The cameras look similar, although I would suspect that the clone probably has one fake. I can't really confirm, but I wouldn't put it right past it. So yeah. So now that we looked at the exterior, let's go back. This is the clone right here and the real one right here. So let's bring them in. Boom. One next to the other. Let's unlock it, and this one as well. Now for some reason this one comes with this disgusting little bubble here like Android has, where you can tap it and it will act as a home button, but it still has the normal supposedly gesture navigations like the iPhone does with the little bar on the bottom. So I'm not really sure why this is a thing, and you can't really disable it from what I looked for. So yeah, now we're gonna compare maybe the cameras, because let's face it, iPhone does really nice photos, so I mean, it's not a fair comparison, but it's a comparison nonetheless. If you're trying to clone the best, well, I guess it's 1/10 of the price, so it doesn't really matter. So getting straight to it. Oh, that latency on the camera, almost like from 10 years ago. Holy, it's just So you can maybe see on the camera. Yeah, let's see what it took. Ooh, a little bit blurry there, and all grainy. I mean, it's literally under a lamp and still didn't manage to take a clear photo. Not sure if it's that visible on a camera there, but it's nowhere near being even acceptable in my opinion. So now let's go back to the other one and do basically the same shot of this one. Or maybe let's put it on the other side so it's more fair. So let's see what we get here. Okay, well, this one definitely better. So as you can see the clearness in here. So that's most certainly better photo. So going back. Now the operating system of both of them, well, it's not the same, let's face it. This is an actual iOS, while this is just a skin of an Android, which you can probably sometimes see by how it behaves and how clunky it is. But still, they managed to do, I guess, acceptable job, I would say. Maybe not the best, but could have been worse, like I said before. And actually have been worse, like I have right here with this amazing other clone, which I already did a video also comparing it, but just as a thing, like you can see, it doesn't have a notch, as you can see by this black complete bar. But here comes the best part: when you power it on, there it is. It just appears right in the screen, because you know we needed to add a notch, so we decided to just remove part of the screen that was just completely usable. But at least this one actually has a notch and did the correct thing. It might not be the most pretty one, because we also have this gigantic chin on the bottom. As you can see, comparing it to this one, like side by side, it's a fraction of the size. So yeah. Now most of those apps are skinned to look exactly the same. Well, I take that back. They don't. And this one at least has a Google Play Store in this case. So actually, I'm gonna go and log into the Play Store. Let's see what we get there. Will it be a completely functional one, or will it give me some error? So settings. Let's connect to Wi-Fi. Let's go back to here. I'm expecting that Google will not allow me to basically download anything, but we're gonna see in a second once it actually loads. It'll be nicer if it actually would be loading a little bit quicker, but then it's probably a fraction of the price of the real one, so the components used are most likely cheap. Can't really confirm it, but judging by how well it works, I would say it's clearly visible. Oh, there we go. Finally, that took ages. So okay, that took a little bit less, so I'm gonna now put in the password. Yeah, well, let's see what we get. I'm genuinely curious what this will offer me, so come on, load quicker, that would be nice. Yeah, so it's genuinely a normal store, like I expected. Let's see if I can actually download something. Oh my gosh, it's working painfully slow. Hello, would you like to install today, please? So I guess as we can see, it's not really cooperating. I'm not sure if it just crashed now or not enough RAM to keep it in the background, one app. Oh well, whatever. I mean, we can see that it just not very functional, so yeah. What else we can talk about here? Let's go see what the phone says about itself in the settings. General, where is it? At least the menu looks roughly the same. And I'm gonna compare it to this one. Okay, so we got an iPhone. Well, guess there's no model number, no build number, no software version. Okay, there's a serial number at least. Oh, okay, never mind, there's a model, so okay, but still I don't see really a software version of this, unless they're trying to say that this is a model firmware, which if it is, it's a little bit outdated to say the least. Okay, so now I could do a benchmarks for both of them, and you can let me know in the comments if you would like to see such a thing. But for both of our sanities, I won't be doing it live anytime soon, because it would take forever on the clone. Well, the iPhone would be probably done in just about a minute or two. So yeah, probably screenshots would have been easier as well, but there's really not much of a comparison to those two. So at the end of the day, you can check what the real one is and see the struggle on this one just by simple usement of the device. So I guess to conclude this, who is the phone for, or both of the phones for? If you're invested in Apple, then probably this one is a no-brainer to pick from. Android doesn't have really much of a support for Apple products, so yeah. And this, I say if you're on a budget, don't buy this. Just you can buy something just different that works better. This thing just it literally makes me want to cry inside when I need to use it. And as you can see, like even App Store, which is basically the Google Play Store, is not even really working or responding to much. So if you're planning to use some other apps on it, I don't think you're gonna have much luck with that one. And other than that, there was this amazing thing when I tried to put a SIM card in it, and just to put it in perspective, I'm gonna lock both of the devices up for a moment. If you try to eject the SIM tray here, it just pops out nicely, as you can see. Maybe it was even a hearable click. Now here, it just, this amazing thing, where you push it in, and it just comes out a tiny bit, but not even enough to take it out. So you're basically stuck with fiddling with that tray to try to literally like pull it out of there. For instance, like so. Basically, you can't push it in, you have to literally pull it out, yank it out of there. And it now doesn't even sit flush, so it's, yeah, it's just meh. So this would conclude the comparison, I would say. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.